Okay, this is my second attempt to record in this video, and we're going to be reviewing not all of these. I just made the decision to review just the first one. I just made the decision to review the first one, just the first one right now. Because even though I think it'd be, I just realized yeah, we're just going to review this one for now. Because we'll get to the rest later. So this is like a direct sequel to Life is Strange that is with, if you go with the Chloe ending. Let's say Chloe ending. Sorry, I paused there for a minute or long ago. I'm going to leave it in. So this one, it actually, you get to see how Max and Chloe have been living their life, and the fact that you see how Arcadia Bay is being rebuilt and things are being fixed over there, but also Max is phasing in and out into different realities or timelines, and that's a great way to do a sequel to Life is Strange. And in this first volume, which has the first 4 comics in it. The first 4 comics in it. So there's like 4 per. So this first one, you get to learn the dynamic, and you meet some new characters. I don't remember most of their names, but like you get this band that they become friends with, and it really just. You get to feel these characters again. It's good to get these characters again, even if it's not in game form. You get to see these characters again, and them act the way they act, and you even get I'm going to show this. You even get a full-on recap of the end of the first game. I love the cover art. It looks like it's just a reflection of, like a reflection in water of Max. But you turn it upside down though, it's Max looking at the tornado. Which is a really, really nice artistic choice. And one thing I like about these comics, each one include, not the comics, but if you get the volumes, there's like some stuff in the back of each that's like covers and concept art and stuff like that. It's really cool. And just, you get to feel like how way much more closer Max and Chloe have gotten in this game. Not game, book. Book. In the set of comics, and I'm definitely not going to review a comic one by one, like issue by issue, so I think like each issue is broken into chapters, and it's really good. We got to see Warren again in this, because when she's jumping back into realities, you see Warren again, and you see her confusion and stuff, and there's also it's really an interesting way to do a sequel to this because of everything that happened in the first in the game. And literally all these things on the back are so true statements. You can pause the video and read those if you want. And I'm just going to say, I love the art. Like, the art in here looks so nice. And there's even spots where you'll see some stuff from the game in here. Like there's some spots where there's like stuff of the game. Which is really cool. I'm trying to find one. Yeah, right here. There's some stuff from the game right there. I'm guessing that's from the game. Either that or concept art. Oh, there's one that's definitely from the game. Or at least from those with those models. It's really cool for some of this stuff, and I don't want to give too much away. And it was actually really nice to see a lot of these familiar settings from the game put into a 2D art style is so interesting. I've always found that really interesting when in some familiar settings you've seen get put into a 2D or 3D form. I've always loved that. And Max is definitely, there's less cringy dialogue in this than there is in the game, which I guess they did that because it fits better. And these new characters, you don't get much of the new characters. And I think they did that on purpose, because everybody knows they want more of not Sam and Max. That's a different franchise. Of Max and Chloe, and that's definitely what you get with this. And the fourth issue ends, or this you just say the first volume ends with you definitely makes you wanting to pick this one up. And I did. And I finished reading them and I think it took me 1 day to read each one. I think. Maybe 2 for this one. I think. Maybe 2. I know I finished this in 1 day, and I also finished this in 1 day. But this one was so interesting that I really enjoyed every second of this book. If I had any issues, it'd probably be that at some point a few things were confusing, but these ones help explain things better to help us understand some of what's going on. Especially the third one definitely helps things out. I'll get into that when I review those ones. But yes, this one was definitely such a worthy sequel to this franchise. It feels so good, and I hope one day there's like a big collector's edition of Life is Strange stuff that like comes with all 3 games. And when the comics finish, like a big like book that has them all, I'll definitely buy that if that ever happens. But definitely, when I heard these were happening, I was like, okay, I don't think I'll have to read them though. But then I was in a comic shop getting a friend a gift for Christmas last year. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, let's see if they got it. And they ordered me a copy. Bought this in the comic shop. I bought this at Books A Million down on the coast. And then I bought this at Books A Million up closer to here. But thing is, this book really, there's so much enjoyment. If I had to give it a rating, I'll just put it on par with the game itself. It gets a 4 out of 5. Because it's definitely just more Life is Strange, and it makes you want to keep reading. Now, there's some stuff that you see, like you're gonna see some things like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen. But the ending, definitely I wasn't expecting. And that the whole like last few pages, but the stuff between Max and Chloe and those emotional moments, from in this whole little chunk right here that I'm holding, this whole little chunk, it's a good bit of pages. It's all interesting, and I'd very much recommend you check this out if you haven't read it. because it was so good, and I can't wait to review the next one for you. I'm probably going to wait to review these two, actually, because I pumped out too much Life is Strange content, so maybe I'll wait. I don't know yet, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!